Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're going to be talking about some potentially interesting news coming out of the LEC. Obviously, this is a story that I've been talking about a ton really all year, but especially over the last couple of months, and obviously that is all about Bo. This is the insanely hyped up Chinese prospect. This guy was a prospect for FPX. He played some LPL games. He did really well. Straight up, he might be one of the best solo queue players in the world. He is a legitimate blue chip tier, S+ tier prospect coming out of China. There was obviously some North American teams that had opportunities to land him, teams like TSM, which I was very, very shocked that they did not take advantage of that. I really thought that Bo to TSM was a slam dunk, a home run, especially with talks of Spica potentially leaving in the offseason. But he ends up at Team Vitality, and all of a sudden, Haru has not set the world on fire at all. And more people are asking about Bo. When is Bo's debut going to be? When is he going to be playing? And today we got some potential news regarding that. So let's get right into that. First up, I want to talk about what has been going on in solo queue for this guy, because it has been insane. It has been ridiculous. And I tweeted about this yesterday, and people are very, very shocked, surprised, impressed, whatever. He is currently ranked 31 in EUS. Last time we checked in, he was like 200, 100, something like that. Lower challenger where you're still playing a lot of Grandmaster games and everything. And even once you get into challenger, you're still playing a lot of Grandmaster games because you're just, with the way solo queue works, you're going to end up with some challenger players, some grandmaster players, whatever. But I mean, that's what people have been saying. He's been dropping nukes. I mean, look, in his last 20 games, he's averaging 16 kills a game. And there's some ARAM in this, so I guess if we click on solo queue, it'll give us a more accurate representation. But in his last 20 solo queue games, this is in challenger, he's ranked 31. He has 1200 LP in EUS. He is averaging 13.5 kills per game. That is an average kills per game. That is ridiculous. And he is not even getting jungle every game. He's averaging 13.5 kills while getting autofilled on the AD carry. He had a bad game here and lost. He has had some bad games, but then he's also dropping 31 kills on Taliyah. He's dropping 23 kills on Diana, 19 and 1 on Graves. Right now, he has a 65% win rate in solo queue on this account in right around 200 games. And he also has an 81% win rate on Graves. This guy is an insane carry jungler, and everyone has been kind of watching his games, breaking down his VODs, all that stuff, saying that his kind of game sense and game knowledge is unbelievable. He has pathing like they haven't seen from really anyone in the West. He's always in the right place. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's always showing up. And obviously when he gets a lead, he knows how to choke out the other team. He knows how to put a stranglehold on it. Now, is this going to, work to competitive 100%? Maybe, maybe not. Because obviously in competitive, you don't get to play Graves every game. You don't get to play Talon every game. You don't get to play Kindred. But in competitive, we do see some Wukong. We do see some Diana. We do see some Taliyah. And it seems like he has those champions down pretty damn good. Now, obviously, there's going to be some questions of, hey, what does his Volibear look like? Stuff like that. But it seems like that this guy is a player worth putting resources into. This is a guy worth putting time and effort into. And yeah, he's still young. He's still inexperienced. He hasn't gotten to play a ton at the professional level, obviously. And hey, taking him out of the LPL, out of the away from the LCK, all that stuff, where he has an even bigger chance of standing out in Europe or potentially in North America someday. And this guy could be a superstar. This guy could be the next, MVP level talent in the LEC. And Vitality having their hands on a guy like this and keeping him away from other teams is just a really, really big deal. But people see solo queue stats. I mean, we don't see solo queue stats like this. We don't see people putting up games like this. So now that he's been doing this, obviously people are wondering, hey, when are we going to see Bo? What's going on? And in my last video talking about Bo, I had covered that the GM for Rogue said that he is just in Europe right now on a tourist visa. He's not on a work visa just yet, so he actually can't play in the LEC or anything. But then again, I was like, hey, does the Rogue GM know that? Is he speculating that? Is he saying, hey, this is what's likely? He was saying that the work visa takes longer to get, and it's going to be some time before he even has that, so he probably won't be able to play at any time in 2022. Who knows for sure? But then we got this tweet from Rita Cute Bichu today. She is like an LPL. I don't know. She's on Weibo all the time. She translates stuff. She tweets it out to the Western audience in English so we can kind of get a better idea of what's going on over there. And she tweeted out, it seems that Bo will be starting jungler of Vitality today, since Vitality replied to a follower that tomorrow is the time to see EU or LPL will be better on Weibo. It means the Asian time zone, so it would be today for the EU time zone. So people were getting pretty hyped. People were getting pretty excited. You know, everyone wants to see Bo play. You know, Haru is not a super popular player. He's not a super exciting player. He hasn't been all that good in the LEC. Now, he has not been bad, but I think overall he's just been pretty pedestrian. Vitality is supposed to be a super team. They have Perks. They have Alfari. They have Carzzy, who just won back-to-back titles, made it to MSI semifinals, got out of groups at Worlds last year. This team is supposed to be doing things. They didn't finish top 3 in the spring. They, you know, say if the spring was leading into Worlds, they wouldn't have made it to Worlds. So they're trying to make it to Worlds. And now that we know the EU has 4 seeds, it makes it even more possible to make it to Worlds and go do something special. So you got to go all out. So people are like, hey, Haru hasn't been crazy. We don't even know if Haru's been better in self-made. He probably hasn't been better in self-made, so maybe we should bring self-made back. Maybe we should let Bo play. Even though Bo's young and experienced, he probably doesn't even speak much English, anything like that. Let's get him in there. Let's get him going. So people were super, super hyped up and excited. And we take a look at their LEC games this weekend. Today, they're going to be playing against Mad Lions. This is a tough matchup. Mad Lions is second place in the LEC right now. They're 6-3. They're just a game behind Rogue, and they're only a game up on Vitality. So overall for the standings, this is going to be a big one. And there's big implications on the regular season now. Now that 4 teams make it, every win is huge. You want to be top 4. You don't want to start out in the lower bracket. You want to start out in the upper bracket where you're just a single, I mean, depending on where you finish, you might already have locked Worlds, but you also could just be a single win away from going to Worlds as well, which is really, really huge. So these regular season games all of a sudden matter a ton. The second half, second round robin is huge in Europe, and playing against Mad Lions, playing up against Elyoya, playing up against a team that's been pretty good would be a big test for Vitality, would be a big test for Bo. And then tomorrow they are going to be playing up against Misfits as well. Misfits has been surging. Misfits started out really, really weak, but they've rattled off a bunch of wins in a row, and all of a sudden they're right in contention as well. They're actually 5-4, tied with Vitality. I think Misfits started out like 1-3, or I don't know, something really, really terrible. So people are hyped up. People are excited. Hey, this is a big weekend for Vitality. We finally get to see Bo. This is awesome. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense because we're like, okay, we thought he was on the tourist visa. What's going on? How can he play all of a sudden? But unfortunately, Cute Bichu did clarify. She said, clarification from the Vitality Weibo account. What I mean is EU versus China in the World Finals. So I don't know if they're just talking about the news that the LPL now has 4 seeds, that this increases the likelihood of Vitality going to Worlds, if they were just making a joke in general that, hey, EU versus China in the World Final. I don't know. Seems kind of random. I have no idea where this came from. We also got some news from some other people. I don't know where the replies were. Somebody replied to a tweet somewhere. We have Lore checking in. Yeah, Lore responded to this guy. This guy said Vitality Bo is going to play against Mad Lions, and then Lore chimed in and said, I saw the official list. He's not on it for this week. So it is confirmed that Bo will not be playing this week. But again, there are still a ton of people checking in on that solo queue account. The ZYB, he's just dominating. He's probably going to end up as rank 1 in the US. I don't know about that for sure, but it seems like he's on that path. I don't know how much longer he's going to stay in Europe. I also don't know how long it takes to get that official work visa so he can finally play in the LEC. And even when he gets it, I don't know if he's going to be playing. But Mephisto, their Vitality's coach, did say they want to have him in their back pocket. They want to be able to, unleash the beast, or, sub in and create chaos and keep the other team on their toes and not know what's coming next. But yes, the Vitality Weibo account did follow up that it seems like they were just talking about World Finals. I don't know if it's just a bad joke or a mistranslated joke or a misunderstood joke. I don't really know. But for a couple minutes today, I thought Vitality Bo was going to be playing, and I got very, very excited. Now I'm a little bit upset. But hopefully we get to see him sooner rather than later. I would love to get to see him at some point in 2022, but I still think that 2023 is probably the most likely. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about anything we talked about in this video today. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out Discord, first link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.